The Ukraine Defense Forces continue to destroy Russian armored vehicles using unmanned aerial vehicles of various types. Ukrainian troop drones accurately destroyed Russian tanks previously hit by artillery and other weapons taking part in active combat operations. The Russian tanks did not fare so well. Moscow had lost at least half of its advanced MBT fleet, and the total loss of Russian tanks probably exceeded 4,000. However, it has become increasingly difficult to piece together accurate numbers around the invasion, as both Moscow and Kiev have strategic reasons to bend the numbers in their favor. Russia may not have lost 4,000 MBT yet, but all industry experts agree that the real figure is very high. In addition to drone attacks and anti-tank weapons, Russia has seen dozens of its tanks captured by Ukrainian forces or abandoned on the front lines. Lacking adequate training, logistics, and hierarchies, Russian troops were ill-equipped to repair damaged parts and were sometimes dispatched without the required amount of fuel. So much published footage shows a Ukrainian drone attacking a Russian main battle tank. The Russian tank appears to be the target of the attack and explodes in flames. The drone hit the Russian tank as the armored vehicle attempted to attack the Ukrainian position. Kamikaze drones burn Russian combat vehicles. This time, T-80BV tanks have become targets of kamikaze drones. A Russian infantry fighting vehicle was destroyed in the Donetsk region by fighters of the 110th Separate Mechanized Brigade. This time, it was not a kamikaze drone, but a drone armed with grenades. The video shows how the unmanned aerial vehicle drops 2 grenades on the BMP-1. At the end of the video, an infantry fighting vehicle is seen badly damaged. For another attack, the Ukrainian military used a Toro kamikaze drone with a precision camera that destroys enemy equipment and manpower with explosives. This footage shows that the Ukrainian armed forces tracked the Russian troops' infantry fighting vehicle using a reconnaissance drone. The combat vehicle drove along a dirt road and pressed right to land. The terrain where the mobile vehicle was moving was dug in several places. The Russian troops also encountered a burnt-out tank without tower on the way. At the same time, the operators immediately launched a Toro kamikaze drone to destroy the target. The drone set a course for the BPM, quickly flew up to the military equipment, and rammed it. According to a bird's-eye view of the UAV, the attack was successful. The combat vehicle with the occupants caught fire and began to smoke. As part of its military arsenal, Ukraine uses advanced military drones for observation and attack, but the bulk of its drone fleet consists of off-the-shelf or hand-built units adapted in workshops around the country to drop grenades or anti-tank munitions. The soldiers call them mosquitoes. They are an example of flourishing innovation by the military, which has seized on drone warfare to counter Russia's advantage in artillery and tanks. This aerial footage purports to show Ukrainian tactical drones dropping bombs on Russian targets, injuring soldiers, and setting military vehicles alight. Light UAVs of the National Guard remotely disturb the occupying infantry, taking lives and injuring many of them. They force the enemy to stay close to shelters, shackle, and divert significant resources. As fighting intensifies in eastern Ukraine, dramatic video footage shows how Ukrainian troops were able to defeat Russian tanks using drone-dropped grenades. The tactic of dropping conventional grenades from unmanned aerial vehicles is not new and has been used by both Ukraine and Russia throughout the war. Usually, soldiers use this tactic without more sophisticated equipment, but in this case, it proved to be an ideal way to quickly destroy tanks. In the video recorded by the drone itself, a Russian tank can be seen abandoned on a dirt road somewhere. The driver's hatch at the top of the tank's hull opened wide, allowing the drone to drop grenades directly into the center of the tank and quickly leave. Moments later, the tank was seen burning, smoke billowing from the end of the turret and also from the hold. The fire grew bigger, indicating that the inside of the tanks and possibly some of the ammunition left on board also caught fire. Given that the footage doesn't show a Russian soldier escaping from the vehicle, it's possible the tank was abandoned. A thrilling battle unfolds over Ukrainian territory when a Ukrainian FPV drone destroys a rare armored vehicle, the Russian Terminator 2. The video footage presents the crucial moment in which the Russian Terminator 2 BMPT armored vehicle, known for its unique design, opens fire on the positions of the Ukrainian troops. In an effective response, Ukrainian forces immediately launched 2 FPV drones to deal with the threat. The first drone managed to approach the Russian vehicle from behind, causing a hit that significantly damaged it. The second drone, with impressive precision, managed to land on the Russian vehicle and launch an even more devastating attack, compressing the vehicle's combat capabilities. The impact of this attack is clearly illustrated when the crew of the Russian vehicle is seen trying to escape their Terminator 2 BMPT. It didn't stop there. The Ukrainian forces took the initiative further by sending 3 additional FPV drones. These 3 drones worked together to target the Russian tank that was trying to assist the previously damaged vehicle. The drones' careful attacks caused further damage to the Russian tanks, forcing the Russian troops to abandon their vehicles. These actions had a significant impact on the battlefield situation. The Russian troops were forced to abandon their damaged vehicles and tanks, forced to walk back to their bases. Evacuation of the Russian infantry was not possible due to the inability to approach the area covered by the Ukrainian FPV drones. The success of Ukrainian troops in utilizing FPV drone technology as a strategic tool has changed the dynamics of combat in the region. Drones have proven to be a very effective weapon that allows you to remotely detect combat targets, adjust mortar and artillery fire, and destroy enemy manpower.